Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I just want to say that we Black Americans attacking each other, especially in public and on these social media spaces, is really dumb. We have enough enemies without that we don't need to be highlighting the enemies within. I know it's fashionable now among some to attack black women who are successful, who are accomplished. It's fashionable to attack black Democrats. It's fashionable to attack black Republicans. It's fashionable to attack anybody who doesn't agree with your politics or your lifestyle. I get that. I really get that. But again, we have enough enemies from without. Our enemies include the white supremacists and the immigrants, the black ones, the brown ones, the beige ones. Everybody has decided that we are their enemy. Part of the problem with the immigrants is that with Donald Trump cracking down on this deportation, they are upset because there's two things that I've noticed that they're doing. They are trying to focus their anger and fear on black people because they thought they were in the package. They thought they were safe. And the second thing about the immigrants is that they are jealous because we are not running around here frightened about being deported. And they don't understand why because they don't know American history. So they keep trying to impose the idea that you're going to be next, so you need to be concerned. And then you've got the white racists, of course, they are jealous because we have taken over the culture. We own the culture. Things that they used to do, we're doing now and doing better than they were doing. So they are angry. They've always been angry. But now the big thing is to get out here and call you the N word, to say the N word. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. There's something magical about people saying that because they know it's triggering to black people and they're hoping that they're going to hurt you in some way. Just like calling you the N word, they all still in the mind of the Civil War. So they feel like if they call you that to your face, you're going to be destroyed. Now they won something. They won something because they said the N word. These white supremacists are really angry because they have never received the backlash from black people that they're getting now. Black people are pushing back on everything. We're also embracing our history, claiming and gatekeeping our culture. Things that used to be free for everybody. Now black people are saying, no, that's ours. No, that's ours. And then just actually owning the music industry, the sports industry, and politics to a certain extent. White women were really upset about Jasmine Crockett calling Marjorie Taylor Greene the what? Bad built bleach blonde, something or other that she called her. So these are things that are new to white people. They're not used to black people standing up for ourselves. They're not used to us saying, no, you're wrong. We invented that. No, you're wrong. A black person invented that. No, you're wrong. We're not accepting your standard of beauty. So this is all new to them. So they are angry. And these immigrants are angry because white people are angry because they want to assimilate into white culture and society and not understanding that it's always a gate up to other people. So all they can do is stand outside the gate trying to get in and using black people as a means by which they could get in, I guess. We have to stand together. Even though we may not agree with each other's politics, we have to stand together because we are a large ethnic group in America, but we are outnumbered when you look at the total population of America. Now, I want to show you this clip, and the reason I'm saying we have to stick together because a lot of people don't like Mark Lamont Hill because he's a Democrat. But Mark Lamont Hill has the credibility that he can get into spaces that a lot of people can't get into, and then he can make the case for black Americans that somebody else might be able to make if they could get in that space, but they might not be able to get into space. Listen to this.
People can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you
Well,
will
go on
not
then,
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
free
say. Go
speech.
on, say the M word. Go on.
I'm
No,
not
no, no,
No,
no,
ashamed.
go
no.
on. Hang
Don't
on.
invite. No, 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 no. I
No,
don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of
no.
me because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N word because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do, but we
You know
already
what,
know she's
Mark?
a
I
racist,
hear you.
and I don't want to invite
Mark,
a racial harm to me
I
to
hear
prove
you.
it.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
There's a longer conversation that's going on with them. You can see that Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit is on the panel. I don't know why he would bring somebody like that on a panel, but he's on the panel. Mark Lamont Hill, in my opinion, was way too emotional, but he made the point that you wouldn't get somebody on a panel to call a Jewish person a racial slur, and I don't want you giving her license to say the racial slur when I'm the only black person on here. And that is what I mean. Who's going to stand up for black Americans? Because these people, like this Myron Gaines person, they're getting in these spaces with these racial slurs. He's just another immigrant that's trying to latch on to white people to prove that he's good enough, and these white supremacists would use him for their purposes, but it won't be for the purpose of assimilating into their society, because the reality is most white people are not even white. This little white woman on here doing all that talking, people like her don't enjoy the privilege of truly privileged white people. She's just one step above the trailer. And when we talk about white people as power brokers, we're not even talking about people like her. All they have going for themselves is white skin. That's why they hang on to, for dear life, that racism against black people, because apparently they think that that sets them apart and makes them better than black people. But in the true sense of the word, they're not really the white people. I've been around them all my life. They have a pecking order, a serious pecking order, and most white people don't even make the cut. I saw a video the other day with a Chinese girl, I guess she was Chinese, in a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, and some black people were in there, and she came up to their table calling them the N word, talking about did they eat fried chicken and watermelon. I don't know how fried chicken and watermelon became weapons against us, but that's what she was doing. But the black women that sat there and laughed at her. They sat there and laughed at her, and she walked off looking foolish because she didn't get the reaction from them that she wanted. So we have to be on guard all the time. A lot of this hatred, a lot of this anger that's coming at us and it is out of jealousy. I'm sorry, but it is out of jealousy. And then some African person came on mine. I guess it was an African. It could have been a black American, because some black Americans don't get enough of trying to stand up for other people. But she came on here telling me, well, I'm too old to be talking about Africans. When I talked about Africans getting correction, she said, well, you're too old for that. It's divisive. I don't know how it's divisive for me to speak the truth or for me to advocate for my people. We have to stand up for ourselves. We've let this disrespect go for too long. But anyway, we have to be diligent, and we have to stand 10 toes down on who we are and not be intimidated by these people. The white supremacists they use black people when they can, but now they're using these immigrants because they don't have anything to say and their time is up. All of this stuff that they've stolen and plundered and pillaged all over the world and taken from other people, that stuff is crumbling. It's coming down because the kind of stuff that they've done only lasts for a season, and now the season is up. But they can't accept the fact that they have been lied to and have been led to believe that they accomplished things that they did not accomplish. So they will go and make up lies to say, no, you black people didn't do that. Yes, we did. There is no circumstance under which America is going to give black people credit for something that we didn't do. So I believe that it would be to our advantage to try to make peace with each other. You don't have to like everything that comes out of everybody's mouth, but we rise together and we fall together. So it's to our advantage to stand together when we can and let some things go. Everything is not the most important thing in the world. But anyway, y'all, let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.